Yes, good morning and welcome to News Review on TV Sapientia. I'm Jude Geoman and I'm here with ADA. Ada, good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Jude Geoman. How are you and how was the night?
My night was cool, especially now that you're here. I'm fine. You know, I tend to be sentimental with some of your colors. I'm not going to mention which one, but
okay.
I tend to be sentimental.
You will tell me off camera.
Yes, off camera is always better. You know, because these days, so many things trend online. You never can tell when I'll be caught and quoted out of context.
Exactly.
And somebody might put me in trouble. So off camera will be better.
All right.
All right. We'll begin, of course, today with the major. Joining us in the studios this morning to talk about some of these issues is Egbueh Chukwuka. Of course, an ex-banker, a public affairs analyst, and he is the head of the Faculty of Project Management at the Onitsha Business School. And of course, one thing I'm also interested about him is that, you know, my bag of rice is finished. Honestly, Sapientia gave us bags of rice during the Christmas. Yeah, mine is finished.
You have a small family, so it's a relative for the next Christmas.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, of course, you know, I've said so many things about him, but the part I've not said I remain for last is the best part. He's a major player in the rice, you know, sector of the agricultural space. So welcome to News Review on TV Sapientia.
Thank you so much, DJ Geoman. DJ Geoman has been my party man and co-public analyst for so many years. And the beautiful lady by my right,
Adoma.
Adoma, you see I'm blessed being in this studio. You understand? But DJ Geoman, you didn't do well. Anyway, you are the anchor. I should have started the middle while you sit here.
Well, so you just said I'm the anchor.
So thank you, everybody.
You know, that is some of the perks of my office. Well, some of the perks of my office.
I won't begrudge you that anyway.
You can't have the rights, I have my perks. All right, welcome to the program. Okay, let's begin today talking about the man who vowed that Nigeria must fly. He seemed to be flying his way into jail. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But Hadi Sirika, former Aviation Minister under President Muhammadu Buhari, was very notorious with some of the policies he put out then. Some Nigerians supported him, some Nigerians thought it was just fraud. Now here we are, the EFCC has charged him with different allegations, money laundering, abuse of office, and all of that, to the tune of 8 billion naira. What do you make of this?
Yeah, thank you so much, DJ Geoman. Thank you, Nigerians. It's a pleasure being here at the studio. You know, Nigeria is a case study in where the absurd plays out. You know, so it is not any surprise that we are where we are. You look down the line from 1999, at least when we returned to democracy, to the present day, you see the people that have manned the aviation ministry and the bag of issues that have always followed them. Okay. You know, I don't want to start naming names, but we know that one of the past ministers of aviation, who incidentally is a very close person to us, being a prominent daughter of Anambra State, is still under trial, kind of, for her role at the Ministry of Aviation. So, but why Hadi Sirika's own stands out is, for once, we thought this is a square peg in a square hole. A round peg in a round hole. Mind you, Hadi Sirika was a pilot. Yes. Before he went to House of Representatives. From the House of Reps, he went to the Senate. So everybody were kind of confident that for once, a Daniel has come to judgment. Okay. But just like you rightly said, everything he did in the Ministry of Aviation were kind of grandstanding. And governance should be beyond grandstanding. Okay? So that is where a lot of Nigerians have issue with Hadi Sirika. And you know, when he rented that Ethiopian airline plane just to ensure that they do a proper grandstanding, that before Buhari leaves office in 2023. So a day to the day they are about to leave office, he just smuggled in that Ethiopian airline. And, you know, a lot of Nigerians were trying to praise him and everything until Olumide, the MD of Nigerian Air, was summoned by the 9th Senate. The 9th Senate, under interrogation, he revealed that he knows nothing about it. Yes, and not just that he knows nothing, but no, that they agreed that Nigerians need to see what the logo of Nigerian Air has to look like. You understand? And is it Nigerian Air, the logo, that Nigerians care about, or the structure of Nigerian Airways?
Yeah.
You understand that Nigerians, that even those of us, when we were in the university when Nigeria Airways was in place, and from CEC at Nsukka, you can just pay.
True.
Yes, 30 naira, thereabout 200, and go to Lagos, fly to Lagos and back.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't see the flights, but in UNN, I saw
30 naira.
CEC.
It was, in the late 80s.
I saw CEC.
Then later
CEC
it
still has this
100 and something
Nigeria
naira, 200
was
naira.
very nice.
Yes, when we were in school then. So you see Nigerian Airways office at CEC. So you want to.
I met Nigerian Airways office. You know.
Yes.
What looked like
So
this?
I benefited.
Airplane.
I flew Nigerian Airways several times with my friends during holidays. You go to CEC, buy your ticket, and you fly to Lagos. Okay. Now they knew that Nigerians are longing to have a national. Your national carrier is your pride.
Pride, yeah.
You understand?
True.
When you fly Ethiopian, you understand. They first of all take you to Addis Ababa. So you must. I remember when I was going to India for medicals, in 2011. I used Ethiopia. They took me to Addis Ababa, whether I liked it or not. Okay, and that is the way it is when you are flying Emirates. Okay, they will first of all drop you at Dubai, if you understand, before taking you to anywhere that you are going. So, and that is the pride of having a national carrier.
Yeah.
So Nigerians were looking forward to that. But they sold a monkey, for us. They sold a dog for us in the place of a monkey, and Nigerians did not find it funny. So they just painted the Ethiopian airline
Nigerian
aircraft Nigerian colors, and when it busted out a day after, it was so disappointing for somebody. I've been a pilot, you understand, for several years, and having gone through all the houses, all the political structure in the country, he's supposed to be more grounded. If they were not ready, they should have come out through. They were not ready. Why are we unveiling logo for? Logo can be designed here. And now, when the amount, the scandal for me was when they started talking about the amount
we spent.
That was spent.
Even for the logo alone.
For the logo, millions of dollars.
Wow.
For the logo. I mean, is something, it could only happen in Nigeria. And is still a very unfortunate incident.
There is a question that all of what you've said begs. And that is, I don't know if I'll talk about the institutional structure in that ministry.
Beautiful.
That makes it, because you've talked about how qualified he was for this position. Before today, I didn't know he was a pilot.
A pilot.
Yes.
But this really shows that he comes with some kind of experience.
Yeah.
But let's also talk about things that happened under him. And that was the secrecy with which he ran that office.
Beautiful.
Now, this is a public office. And this is, this is a public office. And it's not called public for nothing. It's called public because it is supposed to be done. Everything about that office is supposed to be out there in the public. Yeah. He ran it with lots of secrecy. Nobody knew what was coming in, what was going out. And now the EFCC is saying it uncovered about 3 billion naira he paid to his younger brother, Abubakar Sirika. And that nothing that this money was written for was done. They didn't even try to do any of those things. And when you were also talking, you talked about Senator Stella Odua and, the scandal that also came out, about her role in that. Now, what makes it possible for public office holders? We've also seen what happened in Abia State, where the governor conducted a forensic audit. And still an airport. I don't know why it's always an airport. All of these guys do these things. Now, what is it about how we run public office that makes it possible for somebody, just about anybody, to get in there and siphon this amount of monies, and nobody understands what is happening until they leave office, and maybe they are not in the good books of whoever comes into their office? We can use so many examples, including Emefiele. How is it possible to run a public office with all of this secrecy?
No strong institutions. You understand? Nigeria lacks institutions. is at a horrible level. Okay, you just imagine, just to divert a little, you know, the coastal highway. Did you ever hear that there was a public procurement for it?
I never did.
You understand? The biggest single contract ever in the history of Nigeria. A contract that is going to take over 15% or thereabout of the entire budget of the country. A single contract. So we are still joking in Nigeria when we talk about public. So you find it everywhere. You see it everywhere that a governor can sit down and run a state as if it is his own personal business. Not even his company, because a company must have some rules. You understand? And it tells a whole lot about who we are.
Yeah.
Okay? And mind you, all these things, Nigerians are not even bothered about all these things going on, because we are not perturbed, because we know that after a few months of this noise, you know, everything will die down. Okay? Somebody was asking a question yesterday when the EFCC chairman was talking about the money with the the $720,000, and somebody just wrote, you people should stop boring us with all this. All the ones that were collected over the years, where is the money? And these are the issues. Okay? Public office should be run transparently.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do must be in the public. You cannot start a procurement without getting all the relevant approvals and all the stakeholders along that line. I'm a public person. I am a project management person, okay? And procurement is one of the reasons where the places Nigeria fail in execution of projects, because there is no sanity, okay? If we want to get serious, you look at Nigerian Airways, you look at all the major parastatals you have in the country. You look at NIMASA. NIMASA is a place where hundreds of millions of dollars pass through every month.
True.
But the president will just take somebody that is his right-hand person and put it in NIMASA. Okay? And those are the issues why we're having all these problems. Tomorrow, you have a NIMASA boss, and you'll be hearing about oil theft. A cargo carrying about 2 million vessels capacity of oil will enter your water as the oil. I mean, we are joking in this country. So it is because of the lack of institutions, even when those institutions are there, they're not strong. You hear with the Yahya Bello, there's no police. Because how can you issue a warrant for arrest of somebody and another person will chance you and waste the person away? It's not done.
It's not done.
It's not done. I was telling somebody the other day, I said that a private once arrested the president of America, a sitting president.
But that's true. Because
he broke the highway traffic code. Packed him, booked him, arrested him. Would it ever happen in a country like Nigeria?
No.
It can never happen. Okay? So until we start building strong institutions, until these things start getting monitored and nipped at their lower level before they become big, that is the only way we can start functioning as a country. So these are possible because of the country we live in.
You know,